Hi, boys and girls. Thoughts for the day. Let's say today's the 20th. If all these doom and gloomers are right, today's the last day we're all going to be around because tomorrow's the end of the world. December the 21st or the 21st. But I will tell you, the wind blew here last night. Really like I haven't heard it blow in a long time. Maybe, we've been here now going on 12 years, maybe a time or two. This old house was shaking, but this house doesn't shake. I have a amateur CB tower out back with a big antenna on it, and I was afraid for the thing. Now, I come home from dialysis and I take my dialysis nap, go to bed about 5:30, 6 o'clock, get up about 12:30, 1, 2, 3, whenever I wake up from it. I woke up last night between 12:30 and 1, and this old house was just shuddering, man. Wind blowing. In fact, today I went out. I don't know how many it took off, but I found shingles around and about the yard. I wouldn't say all over the yard, but it sure took some of them off. I'm sure we'll find out. We would finally get some rain, where they came off. If you noticed in the little short that I had before this, we had a windmill out in the yard. We now have a three-legged tower with junk on top of it. I can't even imagine what the RPMs must have been on that windmill when it finally gave up and all those rotor blades just kind of went their way. I don't know how many came off. I think there's 4 or 5 still on it, but that thing is tore up. We're going to have to. Looks like it'd be a fairly easy fix. Just the rotor gave up, but that thing's been out there, I don't know, a year. Stood up, wind blow, just humming, pretty. Not last night. Boy, I mean, it just tore. It must have been going, 100 mile an hour for a while. I would be surprised. They said the wind, I looked on the net and it was doing 28 miles an hour. His whole house was shaking. It had to have been doing 75 plus for a while. It was just unreal. Up in the metro mess, which is Dallas-Fort Worth, at one point there were 38,000 people without power because trees, came uprooted and fell over the power lines. I think they're down to about 10,000 now. They say they'll have them all back online by the end of the day. But my friends up there at Siegel North, if it usually goes as it usually goes, you're in for a blow. I mean, it gets carrying out across Lake Erie there, coming out of the west. I mean, man, it's gonna blow. But it's over here. It's still blowing. Oh, and by the by, my big expensive super tower up there, nothing wrong with it. It did just fine. I can't believe it. I know I looked out there about 2 a.m. I was up, and that thing was just shaking. I mean, it was just shaking. All it did was shook. Nothing fell off. Nothing blew away, which is thrilling. My buddy Brian, we call him Cooter on the radio. I can attribute that to him because he has fabricated out of his brain a bracing kit for these antennas. And boy, that thing got a test last night. It did, and did just fine. So thank you, Brian. Supposed to get cold tonight. Supposed to be the end of the world tomorrow. I'll make it a point to do a thought for the day on the 22nd. Do it for all around. Why not? I had a meeting with my doctor at the dialysis clinic yesterday. Tiana was in attendance. She went with me. And I'm doing well. I mean, I'm not going to be able to get off the thing, but for a person being on it at my age, he was very complimentary, and I appreciate that. Probably because my good-looking wife was sitting beside me. He didn't want to upset her, but All my readings are good. In fact, they're better than they were the last time. So, hoorah. Anywho, just want to say hi. Say we had a windstorm from hell last night. In fact, I go to sleep early. I'm shocked when I get home from Dallas. So I go to bed. And we have a window air conditioning unit that we keep in the bedroom. During the summer months, we can shut the rest of the house down, just turn that on and chill down in the bedroom. Tiana said the wind was blowing so hard that it sounded like it was going to blow that thing, not out of the window, but in on the floor. She said it was just unbelievable. So, we had a windstorm. Looks like we're all going to go over the fiscal cliff. What that impugns, that's not a good word. I don't know what that portends for us. I think it's a lot of hogwash. As long as they don't cut the funding for my dialysis, I can deal with the rest of it. But anyway, fiscal cliff cometh. I hope you don't get a windstorm like we got last night. With snow, I'm in Randolph or Little Valley, and the wind is blowing, better part of 100 miles an hour. Boy, it'd be a mess. I understand up in the northern states, in Kansas, Nebraska, they're having a terrible time. They're getting the wind and the snow. Anywho, just want to say hi. You folks have a good Christmas, but I'm sure I'll have something to rattle about before then. Talk to you later.